Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that's fascinated people for centuries. Why owls are associated with wisdom. Think about it. Whenever owls show up in pop culture, they're always portrayed as these all-knowing, wise creatures. Whether it's Professor McGonagall's owl in Harry Potter, the wise old owl in bedtime stories, or even the Tootsie Pop owl asking, "How many licks does it take?" Owls are always the philosophers of the animal kingdom. But why is that? Why do we give these birds the reputation of being so wise? Stick around because we're going to unravel this mystery together. And trust me, you're going to learn some fascinating stuff along the way. Now, before we dive in, here's a quick disclaimer. I'm not a historian, zoologist, or ancient mythologist. I'm just someone who loves digging into cool facts and stories, and I've done a ton of research to bring you the best insights today. All right, let's get into it. So, let's rewind, like way back, to ancient Greece, where the story of the owl's wisdom begins. The owl's reputation comes largely from its connection to Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, strategy, and warfare. Athena was often depicted with an owl perched on her shoulder or nearby, and this wasn't just a random choice. The owl, specifically the little owl, Athena noctua, was considered her sacred animal. People believed that the owl's sharp eyesight allowed it to see through the darkness, which became a metaphor for clarity, insight, and the ability to see what others couldn't. It's like the owl became a symbol of foresight and understanding. And get this, ancient Athens, a city named after Athena, was so fond of the owl that it appeared on their coins. One side of the coin showed Athena, and the other side showed an owl. To the Greeks, the owl wasn't just a bird, it was like a spiritual advisor, a symbol of wisdom and guidance. Can you imagine walking around with an owl perched on your shoulder, whispering the answers to life's toughest questions? That's pretty much how the ancient Greeks saw it. But the Greeks weren't the only ones who saw something special in owls. They've been connected to knowledge and mystery in cultures all over the world. Take Native American legends, for example. Some tribes viewed owls as guardians of sacred knowledge. However, this wasn't always a positive thing. In some tribes, owls were seen as messengers of death or transformation, which still connects to the idea of wisdom. It's just a different kind of wisdom, one tied to the mysteries of life and death. Then there's Hindu mythology, where owls are linked to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. In India, owls are seen as symbols of good fortune and wisdom in decision-making, believed to guide people toward the right choices. Pretty cool, right? And over in Japanese folklore, owls, or fukuro, are considered symbols of good luck, protection, and wisdom. The word fukuro can even be written to mean no hardship, combining fuku, fortune, and ro, no. All right, here's where it gets interesting. Despite all these associations with wisdom, owls aren't actually that smart. Yeah, I know, mind blown, right? Most birds in the corvid family, like crows and ravens, are way smarter than owls. Crows can use tools, solve puzzles, and even recognize human faces. Owls? Not so much. But here's why we think owls are wise. Their big, forward-facing eyes make them look super focused, almost like they're staring into your soul, figuring out your deepest secrets. Their stealthy, silent flight adds to their mysterious vibe, making them seem observant and thoughtful. And of course, their ability to rotate their heads up to 270 degrees looks almost supernatural, as if they're constantly observing everything around them and taking it all in. So, while owls might not be solving math problems anytime soon, their appearance and behavior make them seem incredibly wise. Here's a fun fact break because owls are full of surprises. Did you know that owls can't actually move their eyeballs? Their eyes are fixed in their sockets, which is why they have to turn their heads so dramatically. There are over 250 species of owls around the world, ranging from the tiny elf owl to the massive Eurasian eagle owl. They also have specialized feathers that help them fly silently, muffling the sound of air rushing over their wings so their prey never hears them coming. And in the Harry Potter universe, owls were used to deliver mail because they're seen as intelligent and loyal. But in real life, not so much. They'd probably eat your letter before it got delivered. Now, let's talk about owls in modern pop culture. Their association with wisdom hasn't gone anywhere. You've got the Tootsie Pop owl. Remember the "how many licks does it take" guy? And even Duolingo's owl mascot, which reminds us to be smart and consistent about learning. In literature and art, owls often symbolize reflection, insight, and sometimes mystery. They're like the unofficial philosophers of the animal kingdom. So, what do I think? Personally, I think owls are fascinating because they remind us that wisdom isn't just about knowing everything. It's about being observant, thoughtful, and looking at the world from different perspectives. Isn't that what owls do? They sit silently, watch, and wait. Sure, they might not be the brightest birds, but their intense gaze and mysterious aura make them perfect symbols of wisdom. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new about why owls are seen as wise, and maybe even found a new appreciation for these incredible creatures. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite owl fact? Or do you have a different theory about why owls symbolize wisdom? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, friends!